There is no perfect freestyle timing kick for all swimmers in all events. Instead, there's the right kick timing for the right person at the right time. 2-beat kicking versus 6-beat kicking. Let's cut through the controversy and take a look at why they happen and why it matters. Hi everyone, this is Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster. These are quick fire controversies where we take a relatively controversial topic in swimming, I riff on it, and I let you know the deal. Today we're talking kick timing and freestyle and how different kick timings are going to be appropriate for different situations. Let's understand the nuance so you can help your swimmers develop the right skills for the right reason in the right situation. So why do swimmers use a 6-beat kick? Well, it helps them create more speed. And it can do so in a bunch of different ways. So the first one is create propulsion. So the more the legs are moving, the more frequently they're moving, the faster they're moving, the more speed swimmers are going to be able to create to help them move down the pool. The legs can definitely increase and contribute to propulsion. So the more swimmers kick, the more propulsion they're going to have. It can also help to keep the hips up, and that's really important. The legs tend to sink, especially at slower speeds, and the leg kick can help to keep them up. But also, the arm pulls themselves, when swimmers press down into the water, that has a leg sinking effect. And so by kicking, that can move the hips back up. And the faster swimmers want to go, the more frequently the arms are going to pull and the harder they're going to pull. So the leg sinking effect of the arms actually becomes bigger the faster swimmers try to go. And so the kick then becomes even more important the faster swimmers want to go, because one, they have to increase all that propulsion that they want to help them move down the pool. But more importantly, it helps to counteract the added sinking effect of the arms when they move faster and they move with more force. So that's another reason the kick is so important, and you tend to see 6-beat kicks during sprinting events. So those are the two primary reasons that swimmers will almost always use a 6-beat kick in sprinting events, because it allows them to create speed. And while the legs definitely use a lot of oxygen, they use a lot of energy in the shorter events, doesn't really matter, because it's not so much about efficiency, it's about creating as much speed as possible. And swimmers are going to be rewarded for going fast, not for conserving energy. In contrast, why do swimmers use a 2-beat kick? Well, it's the opposite of a 6-beat kick. It's all about efficiency. They want to create as much speed as possible while using as little energy as possible. As I just mentioned, the legs use a lot of energy, they use a lot of oxygen, and they don't produce that much speed relative to what the arms can do. So by exaggerating the legs, swimmers are going to really increase their energy demands, and they're not going to add that much speed. So if swimmers can get away with performing at a high level without having to use the legs excessively, they're going to do that, because that's going to allow them to sustain their speed for as long as possible. As I mentioned when talking about 6-beat kick, the arm pulls can cause the legs to sink a bit, and the kick can help to counteract that. But in slower swimming, the arms are moving a lot less frequently, and the amount of force that's put into the water by the arms is going to be less, so the leg sinking effect is dramatically less. And usually a 2-beat kick is sufficient to counteract that leg sinking effect and keeping the hips up at the surface of the water. And by using a 2-beat kick, that's also relatively effective at helping swimmers shift from side to side and rotate their body. And so that's another benefit of maintaining a kick and still having a 2-beat kick. And those 2 beats are usually synchronized with shifting the body from side to side. So with a 2-beat kick, it allows swimmers to let the arms do most of the work with a lot less energy, which means a decent amount of speed, but a lot more endurance. Because every swimmer needs to swim fast at some point, even if it's at the end of a 1,500-meter race, all swimmers should learn how to use a 6-beat kick effectively and efficiently. They want to be able to kick well, they want to be able to kick fast, and they want to be able to kick in a coordinated manner. If they can't, they're going to really struggle to be able to create a lot of speed. And all events, in all races, all distances, at some point, swimmers need to go all out to get into the wall in the last part of the race. And so they want to be able to use the legs to create as much speed as possible when they're no longer worried about the efficiency of their swimming. Distance swimmers should definitely learn a 2-beat kick because of the efficiency benefit. And for sprinters that perform a lot of low intensity, long duration aerobic work, learning a 2-beat kick can be an effective use of their time, because it allows them to be more efficient with that type of work and do that work with less physiological stress and while maintaining efficiency and a longer stroke. If not, it's probably not that important for them to learn. And certainly younger swimmers should learn how to do both types of kicking, because they want to have the fluidity to switch back and forth between the two styles, and it's not necessarily known what events they'll be swimming later on in their career. 2-beat, 6-beat, both important, both valuable. It just depends on the situation and what swimmers need to accomplish. If you want to learn more about how to develop a powerful freestyle kick, check out the video here.